This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk. According to reports, hockey referee Chris Rooney is returning to work after getting nailed in the face by a stick earlier in the postseason. His injury is a reminder leagues need to protect referees like a priceless asset, regardless of what fans think. Period. Their futures are at stake if they don't. Tim Donaghy aside, most referees have great integrity and only use their whistle with the best intentions. Having said that, leagues don't get their officials risk their health in contact sports as much as players do. Health insurance is not a throwaway. The quality of their officials are at stake if they don't figure this out. Hockey and football are a threat to the bodies of the people officiating, not just the athletes. Meanwhile, as I've mentioned, instant replay isn't used nearly as much as it should be. Officials can't be expected to succeed without it anymore. But there's another problem. Pro sports leagues put together complicated rulebooks of countless pages governing sports played by the best athletes on the planet. You can go online and look at them. It becomes impossible to properly enforce the rules of baseball, basketball, and football because they have to remember all these rules on top of keeping track of all these athletes during games. How do you remember all these rules? That is going to lead to poor officiating and a lower quality product. For example, football has a rule book with 17 separate rules that officials have to keep track of all the time, all amidst the risk of getting their head taken off. And that must be tough to do in the heat of the moment. Meanwhile, basketball officials have to run up and down a court, which probably affects their stamina, all the while, of course, using a complicated rule book to enforce the rules of the fastest game that there is. Hockey officials don't have it any easier. In fact, I'm impressed that these guys in hockey get as many calls right as they do. The truth is, the working conditions of officials make it harder to do their jobs well as put their bodies and minds at risk. And that threatens to destroy the quality of the product these leagues have right now. Going forward, leagues should dumb down their rule books, improve health insurance of their officials, and bring in more instant replay. Otherwise, their game has no future. This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk. Thank you so much for tuning in, and so long.